Hey, good morning. How you doing? You came in very, very early this morning. You didn't go all that far, did you? I can always kind of tell, inevitably, if it's a night that you don't go too far, you get in around 2 in the morning. It's not the first time you've spent a couple hours sleeping on the back porch. Again, I'm kind of used to it. I've got a small camera out there just so I can check. No, of course I came down and checked on you. But inevitably, a big crashing sound, I'm gonna check the camera to decide how I'm coming down. Well, if it's you, I'm coming down with a blanket and, getting a few things set up. If it's a bear or something, I'm coming down with a 12 gauge. So, honey, I love you. And I absolutely think in your transformed state you could take a bear. But me screaming, oh God, a bear, wife, come save me. It's not really the, play that I want. Don't get me wrong, I have full faith in your abilities, but I don't want to go out screaming, oh dear God, a bear. I don't want to go out at all. So, yeah, I'm gonna take care of business. I love you. I really do. No, I checked the camera. It was you, and I just let things be as they are. Oh, yeah. I mean, a couple hours later, you stumbled upstairs into bed, and, well, that brings us to now with, well, at this point, would this be brunch? I feel like this is brunch at this point. I mean, it's late enough that if you looked at me and said champagne, it'd be, societally acceptable. I mean, do you want champagne? Because, I mean, we've got a bottle. It's in the fridge. I can get it right out. It's that downside of being a chef and being a chef on the level that you and I are both at. There's always a bottle of champagne in our fridge anymore, and I hate it. I hate that we've become that. Yeah, I really do. I'd much rather be, a six pack of beer and a pickup truck, that kind of chef. The one who runs a small kind of indie styled restaurant. Oh, you know the one. Like, it's a hole in the wall. You don't really quite understand how it exists, but then you go in and the food, oh, the food is just incredible. That kind of chef. You get it. You absolutely get it. Oh, I want to be that kind of chef too. Like, I really do. Unfortunately, we never got that chance. I don't know. I think I'd let it, pretty good. Pickup truck, six pack of beer, tattoos, big, burly look. I have to admit, I love that the new modern chef can dress and look however they want. It really is all about how they cook. It's liberating. No, it absolutely is. I love that we can be whoever we want to be and we stand on the quality of our food. I mean, hell, that's how it should have always been. Good food, good atmosphere, word of mouth that gets people in the door. That's the problem with restaurants these days. I mean, everybody's so obsessed with getting that star. I mean, you know as well as I do, most restaurants back east, they're toxic. Listen, if I wanted to stand on a line for 12 hours a day and get screamed at, I'd join the military. I didn't do that. I want to feed people. I want to bring joy to people's lives. This nonsense of whatever the hell being a chef is now, not a hell with that. Yeah, no. What we've got right now, that's a little more what I want. Yeah, unfortunately, that is a problem. I mean, the fact that we're so well known, the fact that it takes so long to get a reservation, I kind of hate that, but I think we've managed it well enough that we haven't become that kind of establishment. Yeah, and if we're being completely fair, I mean, we could always become the kind of establishment we want to again. Well, I wasn't going to spring this on you this early, but you remember what we talked about a few weeks ago? It was after the whole incident with your pack having that big fight. You came back to the restaurant pretty beat up. Remember what we talked about? Well, ever since I've been kind of looking at real estate, um, if we're being completely honest, I was planning if we had to go, we would go. I was even looking outside of Frosthaven because I know we love it here, but in that moment, I didn't know what the hell was happening. Well, funny little aside, I may have come across something that I think could be really interesting. All right, so up near Sheer Peak, kind of just on the border, there is a small restaurant. It was a mom and pop, very much kind of that vibe. Small little hole in the wall, maybe 10 tables, nothing really fancy, a little more rustic in its look, but a great location. And from what I understand, the chef was just absolutely cooking his heart out. It may have come up for sale. So, well, that's the thing. It is literally right next door to this like really posh yet homey coffee shop, and then this weird kind of bakery, patisserie sort of spot. The whole thing is a bit of an anathema to me, but I mean, it's really well located. You wouldn't have to worry about any of the baked goods because the dwarf next door is making incredible baked goods, and I'm sure the coffee shop could hook you up with everything you need there. Oh, yeah, there is a dwarven owner of this bakery. Dude's a couple 100 years old, and I mean, gruff as hell, I'm gonna tell you. He got a whole lot of gravel in him, but the baked goods, they're incredible. Honestly, if you wanted to do a breakfast, I wouldn't even make ourselves. This guy's pancakes are out of this world. I just get them. Oh, well, that's why I wouldn't do, breakfast, because that dude in the coffee shop next door, yeah, no, we'd never win that fight, and I wouldn't want to. Both locations are incredible. But the one thing that it doesn't have is a good restaurant. I looked around and, like, within the surrounding area, within about a 3 to 5 mile radius, nothing. Go further north, you're in the heart of Sheer Peak. It takes, another 15, 20 minutes to get down to the outskirts of Frost City. There's nothing there. Well, I've been keeping an eye on it, and I don't know. The timing just felt right. Before you freak out, I didn't go ahead and buy anything yet. I just put in a tentative offer to see if the owner was interested. Nothing fully official yet. I haven't put any money down. I would never, ever do that without first checking, you know, we're a team. We always have to, do things together. That's how this works. But I mean, there's something to be said for it. No, 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 no. I'm not thinking about selling the restaurant down here, but what if we opened a second restaurant? It's only about a 35-minute commute from where we are now to there. We could split duties. Either one of us takes up there, one of us takes down here, or we split time at the restaurants. And I don't know, maybe we let Marco take on a little more responsibility. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just everything with your pack and everything going on, it started to feel like maybe the right idea. The more I looked at it, the more it made sense. I know, I know. This is really not a conversation for right after you turned, but yeah, you and I, we never seem to stray too far from work. Yeah, it's the downside of being restaurant owners. You never really get out of the kitchen. But, I mean, at least this way, the kitchen could be a little more us. We let the location down here still be itself, be the high society, 6-month reservation queue restaurant, and then no reservations, no highfalutin critics, locally sourced produce, locally sourced meat, everything clean, fresh, local, organic, just the whole gambit right there. I don't know, just every time I say it, the more and more it feels right. Yeah, right? It just something about it. It clicks. Well, the brokering agent submitted the offer. I haven't heard back yet, but they were pretty positive about it, so I'd like to think we have a shot. if it's something we wanna do. I can still rescind the offer if you don't wanna do it. Honey, at the end of the day, this is something we both have to want to do. If you say no, I'm backing off. Your comfort and your happiness mean more to me than my pickup truck restaurant dreams. Oh, well, no, I think we definitely have to get a pickup truck. I think that's the only way to do it properly. Yeah, of course. Now you gotta live the life. It's something to think about. I just I vibe with it. I vibe with it a lot. And after everything, I think you might too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what the broker even says. I mean, maybe the owner comes back and says no. And if they do, no muss, no fuss. We just keep doing us. But I don't know. It's just something. Yeah, no, right now, my big something is getting some food in you because you look hungry and you look tired and you look like you want to go back to sleep. So, no, no, our restaurant was fine. Smooth service last night. Marco and I, we had it in the bag. No muss, no fuss. Yeah, I stumbled in here, you know, put my feet up, made a simple meal, waited until I heard you crash in, and then went to bed. Honey, I always wait up for you. I'm never not going to. And I know, you're gonna tell me, go to sleep. You shouldn't wait up. I could be back at 5 in the morning. I don't care. I'm waiting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big scary werewolf doesn't want her, husband, mate, whatever. Waiting up for her. Well, tough. I'm doing it. Yeah, I am. I'm also making you breakfast, so brunch, I'm sorry. Brunch. Ooh, mountain brunch. That could be a thing. No, 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 yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. Way ahead of myself. But mountain brunch sounds cool. I'm just saying. All right, all right. You eat. I'm gonna make myself a plate and then, we can just sit and we can figure out what we want to do. And yes, sleeping for the rest of the day, completely valid. Honey, sometimes it's okay to want to put your feet up and go to bed. You spend 3 days running around the woods. It's okay to be tired. It absolutely is. I have the restaurant tonight as always. I'm gonna hang with you for as long as I can, though. But it is okay to just relax. I love you too. Go on, eat before it gets cold. Don't you worry. I'm joining you in a second.